Welcome. Okay, a 5,000 $1v1 tournament. $1v1 tournament. Okay, guys, a $5,000 1v1 tournament. Winner takes home 1,000, and the top two move into the finals part where Europe and North America play against each other. And this tournament, as you can see, had a Swiss stage at the start, and I went 3-0 in the Swiss stage. I had a lot of good players in it. I played against Wiz, Chronic, and Daniel only dropped one game to Chronic throughout that whole thing. Best of threes. Made my way to the quarterfinals where Evo overslept, as you guys can see. He forfeited the match, and I move on to the semi-finals. Now, Daniel, I play in the semis. Very, very good player. Everyone knows who he is. Extremely high-level ones player. And not an easy match whatsoever. This time it's best of 7. So first to 4 wins the series. And Daniel opens it up with a flip reset. Don't expect anything less from him. But yeah, figured I'd show you guys some of these replays, as this was an extremely exciting match. Spoiler, it actually goes to game 7. So I'm going to be showing you the first game of the replay, which is this game. I'm going to be showing you game 6. And I'm, of course, going to be showing you the final game, the decider. And we'll see who wins. We'll see who wins. Obviously, this has been played. Just it got played tonight, so not too long ago, a few hours ago, and figured I want to show you guys. So let's get into this. Start analysing the replay. Daniel opens up strong with the first 2 goals of the series. Catches me out in the midfield there with 0 boost. Not too much I can do once I commit. Have to stick in the play and just hope that he's not gonna call my bluff and go for the ball, but he does. So I'm gonna have to find a way back into this game. 2-0 down with 3.5 minutes left. Plenty of time, of course. And Daniel, I predict, or I don't predict, I see that he doesn't get his flip reset there. A lot of people think he had a flip there, but you can kind of tell if you know what you're looking for, that he didn't actually get a flip there. So I know that I had a free challenge and an open net as long as I, touched the ball on target. So got a hard clear out and it went in for our first goal. Just too good of a power shot from Daniel there. Kind of just stood still because the ball was going way too quick for me to react. And in hindsight, I should have covered at least one of the options. Nice little donkey dash there for me to get the speed up of the car. Some decent defense in the corner. Just slowing the ball down. You want to be making sure you kind of grab control in the corner as much as you can. Of course, it's easy to say that. Nice delayed flick into a fake there on the counter-attack. But in the corners, especially when your opponent's on low boost, you don't need to panic. They can't get a good shot off from the corner. Why are you panicking? Just relax and you'll get a free ball. So that's what happened there. Amazing shot from Daniel. I mean, he gets the flip perfectly off the wall. Couple touches of an air dribble. Makes him get close to the goal. He just slams that shot in. I mean, there's not much I can do to save that. I think you want to go up early perhaps, but Daniel's so threatening in the air. It's so difficult to kind of get him off the ball or to know, or when to know, can't speak, or know when to challenge. Very difficult. So kind of end up just sticking in there, and it works off. It pays off for our third goal rather, and sets the game closer. And with the Kiev goal, we're right back into it. So starting this game off, pretty strong, 4-4. Could be better, but just over 2.5 minutes left in the game, just over halfway. It's not a bad spot at all to be equal, especially in the first game of the series. Both players just feeling each other out, figuring out how they want to play the game and how their opponent's going to play the series. So definitely just a feel of game. And Daniel gets a few bumps on me in that corner. Bit careless from me to speed that ball up off the wall there from the corner. You can't really speed it up in that position when your opponent's threatening a demo or some bumps, as long as you, unless you know that you can, completely outspeed them and get a counter attack, which I clearly didn't there. Daniel's going to take the ball in the air again. I decided to see and challenge him. He gets a pretty good 50, but nothing too much for me to worry about as I can get back in time. Make sure I tap that ball to the backboard and follow it up. Try and take control there, but he does early challenge me. I think that's probably another goal because I'm too far out the play there. Really good challenge from Dan. I actually did recognize he was going to challenge, but I just kind of flicked slightly too late. Recognized slightly too late perhaps, and cost me a goal there. Kick off possession for Daniel. Of course, he takes the ball into the air. Doesn't get the greatest first touch, but He makes up for it pretty well. And I get up to that ball very quick, get the hardest hit I could possibly get there. And a really good shot over his head. He didn't quite expect that one, didn't quite respect it. And was lingering in the midfield for a bit too long. Daniel was winning a lot of the kickoffs in this game, I think. I haven't been paying too much attention, but I remember not being too happy with the kickoffs, especially in the entire series. They did get better towards the end, and I started getting the upper hand on the kickoffs, as you'll see in the rest of the video, I think. But especially in this game, he's dominating. A couple kickoff goals for his 7th and 8th goal here in this game. And those of you who play ones will know that, you know, conceding kickoff goals, especially consecutive kickoff goals in a tight game, it's very, you know, very annoying, you know, to put it bluntly. So good test of mental fortitude to try and get back into this game, but I do need 3 goals. And 3 goals in a minute versus, you know, one of the best ones players in the world is it's not an easy task, especially Daniel. He actually recently won a 1v1 tournament. I played in it and I got top 4. Spoiler, I lost to AJ in game 7 in that one. Very, very good performance from him. Not my greatest performance, but don't want to discredit him. He did play that very well. And that video is going to be coming up on my channel, maybe. I did want to upload it, but to be honest with you guys, I completely forgot to record it since I had a few other videos I wanted to get out. But I might post it, I might not. It depends, because it is a little bit in the past now, and I'm not sure how well it will do. So closing this game out, I can't really find too much, especially being on low boost. Could have played those situations a bit better, but they did not go in my favor at all. 8-5. I'm going to try and make something out of this one, but Daniel's going to pre-jump the save. Gets a good block, and at this stage, I'm just trying anything. Goes for a psycho. Why not? And I do get a pretty good touch, but not on target, and even if it was, Daniel would have been back. He goes for his own psycho. I'm just going to let this ball drop and go on to game 2. All right, we've stepped into a time machine. Obviously, I said we're going to game 2. I ended up losing game 2 and game 3, which means it's 3-0 in the best of 7. Look at this shot, nice little fake. 3-0 in the best of 7, which means I need 4 games in a row to complete the reverse sweep to, you know, win the series. If I lose one game, I'm out of the tournament. So in this game, this is game 6 actually. So I do win game 4, game 5. And this is game 6. So it's currently 3-2 to Daniel. 3-2 to Daniel. Heading into this game, I get the first goal, and I'm going to get the demo for my second goal here. So very nice start. It's definitely what I'm looking for. You know, I've got a pretty good swing of momentum from the first couple of wins I got in the series in the last 2 games. So I'm going to try and, you know, keep that up, try and shut him out and bring this to game 7. Take this ball into the air, and I hear him pre-jump. So I'm just going to tap that ball over. He does get a piece of the ball. He's going to get a save, so I'm going to have to head back. Setting up an attack here. I decided to challenge him early, but he finds the small gap around me and gets the flick. Pretty good flick there, but could have definitely done a better part on my my defense there. Very good control from Daniel. He gets a flip here. He uses it instantly to try and catch up with the ball. I'm just going to 50 him. Get another touch around him and grab this boost. Probably go for an aerial attack here, yeah. I'm feeling pretty strong mechanically in this series, so I went for a lot of flip resets, and I think it was my main scoring method, to be honest, in the series. I get a tap there to try and slow him down, but he just speeds the ball up with an air dribble into a double tap. Really good control there. And you know, it's a good tip for you guys watching. If you want to capitalize on your opponent's low boost when they're on defense, speed the ball up, especially when you have the boost advantage. You can see how scared I am of the flip resets from Dan here, and I block high and he goes low, which keeps him possession. I get a touch round to keep possession, but he actually gets a bump on me and shoots it in the top corner. I can't quite get up to it, so slightly unfortunate with the bump, but still a good play from Dan there and a good shot. But we get a kickoff goal. Of course, it's not, you know, the standard kickoff goal. There's still some work to do after I win the kickoff, but, you know, a pretty clinical finish. Ties the game up 3-3. Try an early challenge here, keep the pressure on, but it doesn't quite go in my favor, but it's fine. This ball's in the corner. As you guys know, whenever the ball's in the corner, it is a safe spot as long as you play it, you know, 70% fine. You don't even have to play it like completely fine. It should be okay, but I play it fast. I get the dunk on Daniel there. A little bit lack of, you know, awareness from him. Perhaps lack of concentration in a moment he didn't expect me to actually go for, which gave me my 4th goal, and I get another kickoff goal for the 5th one. As I said in the first game, my kickoffs did get better throughout the series, and you guys are seeing them, you know, rack up here for a couple of goals. 3 minutes left. I do go for this ball. I wanted to catch him off guard, but does not fall for it. He just goes, outspeeds me. In hindsight, he's a lot closer to that ball than I actually realised in the moment, and it wasn't really much of a contest for him there. Solid kickoff win though. Donkey dash to get the boost and get a speed up to try and make this play go fast, but couldn't quite get the shot off the wall there. Down as possession, I'm going to cut it down. Never want to give your opponent time as long as you can avoid it. Get a shot on target, just testing the goalkeeper, making him awkward, making him use boost. Now he's in a very awkward position. Tries to get a block, but I get the, you know, the high tap over him and open that finish there. Pretty easy. Just under half the game left. 6-4. Comfortable, but, you know, not... It's not comfortable, but it's nice. I'll say that. It's solid. 6-4 lead. Not too bad. 2-goal lead here. This should be a 3rd, but Daniel makes the save of his life. On the top corner flick. Gets the hit to his post, and it goes to the other side of the pitch to start a counter-attack, and an amazing attack, to be honest with you. He starts to bounce dribble, so at any point of that play, I cannot challenge him. There's too many options. If I challenge him, he can just force low, he could fake, he could shoot, he could 50 it to my corner and then try and attack after that and boost starve me. It's too many options for me to cover, so I have to defend. And he just sets a really good shot up, and it's too quick for me to have a chance. I learned my lesson. I try and cut the space down in the rest of this game a little bit on the challenges, as you can see. Sticking closer to the ball. Felt like I was giving him slightly too much space throughout the series sometimes. He does keep his place here, but he's going to overextend, and this is just going to be an open net finish. I do get it. So Daniel's a bit greedy there for a goal. Thinks he can outspeed me and get the open net, but I make it back in time to get the save into an easy counter-attack. 7-5. Not too bad. Take time this ball. Look for a bump, but Daniel just... He sees me coming. He hides inside his goal, waiting for me to, you know, outplay myself. I thought he was going to shoot that, but then I have to make up for it. And look at this. The 50 goes off the side wall, or off the back wall, sorry. And Dan just rebounds into Daniel for a double tap. So very unfortunate, but again, you create your own luck, or you create your own misfortune. In this case, I hit the ball, you know, trying to get possession, bit greedy. Tried to take it back into my half. If you guys caught that 2 seconds before I conceded, but it did not pay off. Tried to hit off my backboard and get possession, but it just kind of rebounded against him. And Daniel gets an air dribble into flip set dunk. Very, very nice goal for his 7th one here. He ties up the game, gets up to this ball quickly to not concede. But I do boost starve him, and you know, this is a good sign. 7-7, 40 seconds left, and I've got 100 boost. Puts a shot on target just to boost starve him, you know, just to test the goalkeeper. I see him dive in, and when your opponent's on low boost and they dive in, they're scared of the shot. So just force them low, and you'll get an open net in the end all the time. And I just had to force them low, play a decent 50 with pretty good mechanics, and it's going to be an easy open net finish. 8-7. Can I hold on for 30 seconds and get a really nice bump? Bump him away from the boost, grab the boost, and pretty easy open net finish again for me. Solid kickoff. Don't need to score any goals here. I just need to defend. I'd only give him time. So I'm just going to cut his time down, get an early block, make sure I get back to that ball, and that should be game secured. As long as, you know, with that demo, I could play this safer. I do take it in the air and practice the mechanics, go for a triple flip set, wave dash into a dunk. That's, you know, still game. So 9-7, pretty good win here. And it sends us to game 7. Winner moves on to the finals. Let's get into it. And here we are, game number 7. Final game of the series, of course. Winner moves on to the finals, like I said. And yeah, so stakes are high, pressure's on, and Daniel's not feeling it, clearly. He scores a flip set, no pressure for him. Doesn't matter what's on the line, he'll still perform. So I know I've got to, you know, step it up and try and match that. Look for a demo, and very nice demo, gives us an open net. I love those plays. It's very difficult for the defender to react to. They don't really know what's hit them before they're dead. You know, no one thinks of it as the defender. They're always concerned about blocking the shot or blocking the dribble, you know, the cut inside in the midfield. They're not concerned about the demo in that position, because who leaves the ball, drives past the ball and demos them? No one, right? But I did. So 1-1. Keep possession here, time this boost spawn to pretty much perfection, and get a good 50. Jump here to make sure I avoid his bump attempt, and 2-1. Not a bad start at all. First 45 seconds being a goal up is could be worse, could be better though. I go for a delayed wave dash kickoff, doesn't come off here, and down goes for a double tap into a pinch shot behind me, and I have to show this one again because it's such a good goal. You guys have to see it from his angle. Gets the tap around, pinches it behind me, and it's incredible, really. Impossible to save once it goes behind me. I can't recover and get that one. Can't react to that, can't expect that. The only thing I can expect is the pinch down the middle or in front of me, not behind. I messed up my first touch here, so I'm just making up for it. Get a good flick around him and grab his boost. Bless me. I go for a psycho in game 7, 2-2, why not? Sorry for the sneeze. Hopefully my editor cut off, but he didn't. Little rat. Hate him. Daniel doesn't get the flip, so I get the save and the boost grab and try and get the counter attack. Daniel does make it back in time, but I do dunk him and, you know, put it in his net for the 3rd goal here. So we're just playing pretty smart, playing like pretty good defense and off counter attack so far in this game. Take this ball into the air. Again, aerial mechanics in this game are definitely lacking. Perhaps the pressure is getting to those mechanics. So that's usually the first thing to fall when pressure's on. And again, not for Daniel. He does a perfect ceiling shot. I mean, it's such good control into such a good timed finish. Not really much I can do again. Perhaps I can try my best to put a challenge in. But the moment I put a challenge in, he flips over my head anyway. So not a lot I can do there. But I can attack. That's one thing I know I can do, and I can definitely ground shot with good accuracy and good power. Off the bar, too fast for him to react to, 4-3. 3 minutes 10 on the clock. Get the kickoff win. Try and speed this ball up to the corner to grab his boost. He does get a 50, so I'm just going to control the boost of the pitch. Take it midfield to create an angle. The more angles you have, the more angles there is to defend as the defender, and there's too many angles in this instance, and I just put it in the one spot that he's not covering, which is behind him. Really good shot. Very difficult to pull off, especially with good power, but we make it work. Solid kickoff from me. Not the best touch. Wanted to turn that one on target, but wasn't going anywhere near there. Wanted to force the 50, but it didn't come off. Just went for a bump again. Tried to get a demo, but didn't quite get enough speed there, so I'm going to have to retreat. Stick an early challenge in. Tried a little fake jump. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it kind of works, but he still gets the ball in an awkward spot, but he can't control it again, which gives me slightly enough time to grab that mid boost, and I get back in time to take the ball into control. I'm just going to take it to the other side of the pitch and let him go past me. Wasn't sure if I could score that, so I didn't want to take a chance and risk losing possession, so I kind of just did a bit of both and didn't pay off there, but we do get the demo. And again, just like the, I think the last goal, we create an angle in the midfield and just low 50 him in. I mean, low 50 it in, not him. playing Daniel into the goal now, I guess. But like I was talking about, you know, the angles, there's only so many angles you have, and there's only so many angles your opponent covers. Daniel goes for mid boost there and gets faked. 7th goal, so turning out a pretty nice game 7 here for me. but lots of time on the clock, especially for a 1v1 match. 4 goals is not comfortable. It's nice, but it's definitely not comfortable. Daniel goes all the way to my half, so I actually had way more time on that shot. I could have just scored, but I did not expect him to just give up, and he seems to have given up on the past couple of kickoffs, and I hate it when my opponents do that because it starts forcing, or it doesn't force me. I start lose concentration, and then this always happens. Then they just score, and I know it's my fault. Definitely not, making an excuse, but again, concentration lost, and a bit here. I drive past the ball on an open net, a bit of a choke in that position. You could call it for sure. Had an open net, but didn't quite get the touch when I normally would. This ball I know is dangerous, so I'm just going to try and force a 50. Then he gets actually a really good 50 and starts the edge of the ball. He gets the flip, fakes it, and goes low. Too many options for me to cover again. I'm not happy with the way I've been playing in the last 40 seconds. You see I'm spamming the camera back and forth. People think I'm like very tilted when I do that. It's not tilt, it's just, Jack, come on, that's what I do. I mean, I sometimes spam my camera when I'm winning a lot of time. I did not expect Daniel, I'm going to be honest, because I did not expect Daniel to jump for this, because usually in my position, the player who's me right now wouldn't actually go for this shot with the double jump and the aerial off the wall read, especially when you don't need a goal. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to call this bluff. I was like, he won't expect me to just, go and try and get this ridiculous shot, but I'm confident that I can get this shot, so I'm just going to do it. But then he goes up for it as well and gets a good touch. I get the boost grab, but he gets a bump on me and turns his car, gets the open net. So 7-3 with, exactly 1 minute ago it was 7-3, and he's got 3 goals in a minute to make it 7-6, 43 on the clock. Very tense, very tight. Would be nice to get a kickoff goal. And would you look at that kickoff goal? So 8-6. Kickoffs are definitely keeping me in this game, keeping my lead a little bit healthier. It's good to see, you want a healthy lead, especially in these tight scenarios. Get the tap into him. I do get the bump to make him own goal for the 9th goal. So kickoff goals, like I said in the the start of this video in game 1, I was losing a few kickoffs or losing the majority of the kickoffs, and towards the end of the series I started winning a lot of the kickoffs. And kickoffs are very very important in 1v1. It dictates who wins a lot of the time, because the person who wins the kickoff will either just score or get possession, and that's an extremely important thing at this level. There's a lot of goals that goes in. Whoever has the first possession, the first chance on the attack is in a great position. So we get the edge of a bump for the 10th goal anyway, and the remainder, the last 20 seconds is just me winding down the clock, just getting ready to play finals. So I do win versus Daniel in game 7. Very nice. And I get my spot in the finals. And on the screen right now, you'll see First Killer beat AJ in the other semi-finals 4-0. So a very difficult round, is coming up for me in First Killer. Those of you who've watched the recent videos will know that I've struggled against him in ranked. Very, very good player. Extremely good when he's on. Probably the best when he's on in the world. I am confident going into this one, but I was definitely aware that it could go badly, so I needed to play well. So in the next video, or the video after the next one, you'll see me match up against First Killer. Can I win? That is the question. We will have to wait and see. Thank you for watching. Take care.